Hey guys, so this week, just today, we dropped an episode on this concept of belonging, of experiencing life with other people and feeling like you're not just an isolated individual. And obviously that's a challenge in an individualistic culture that is exacerbated by technology. But one of the things that I realized when you think about truly belonging to people and having other people belong in your life and feeling like you're really connected, is that, like many other things in life, belonging is a paradox. A paradox is something that feels or seems like a contradiction, but it's not. And with belonging, the paradox is this, that we want to feel like we belong to other people, that we are loved, embraced, accepted, and that should feel easy, and it should feel intuitive, right? I think that's kind of this notion that we have. But the reality is, real belonging is often very uncomfortable. Like, think about your family, the place that you probably one of the most thickest experiences of belonging is family. You can't abandon family. You're always going to be family with people that you're in family with. Family life is a lot of pain, a lot of struggle, conflict, discomfort. And so I think when we're talking about cultivating friendships, lifelong relationships, and especially for us as Christians in the community of the saints, we think that real belonging is supposed to feel intuitive, and it's supposed to just come at us. And when we feel awkward and uncomfortable with other people, something's wrong and it's not working right. And that's the problem. That is a false assumption. Real community, real belonging with God's people is going to feel at times very uncomfortable and challenging, because the community of the saints is a belonging of new creation souls, right? People who are remade by the gospel, indwelt by the Holy Spirit, whose hearts have been awakened to new life. What that means is our relationships will be about truth and resurrection life. And what that means is our relationships are always going to be rubbing against the grain of our sinful desires. Belonging in Christian community is always going to confront our sinful desires and sinful preferences, and it's going to expose and bring to the surface discomforts. And a lot of Christians today, they want this, the mega church Christian experience. You come to church, the lights go down, nobody bothers you, you get a nice show, you get uplifted, and you go home. And that's not belonging. That's not real community. That's not real membership in the people of God. And so real belonging is a paradox. It is supposed to feel at the same time like belonging, like you're embraced, like you're loved. And at the same time, it's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to push us out of our comfort zone. It's going to feel like work. It's going to feel like climbing uphill a lot of times. And because we don't realize that it's supposed to be a paradox, we often pull out, we often pull back, we often quit, we often retreat into our individualistic little shells of our private life and our comfort and our safety zones. And that's why we're so miserable, So real belonging, embrace the paradox. And maybe later I'll make some more videos on this concept. Like, the entire Christian life is a paradox. Every aspect of your Christian life is going to have an experience of paradox, of mystery in it, because Jesus is the ultimate paradox. The wrath of God and the mercy of God displayed on the cross for us, the weakness and the power of God displayed all in one, and defeat to the powers of darkness and yet victory over the powers of darkness, all on the cross, So embrace the paradox, learn to love people, learn to love in a costly way, learn to be uncomfortable, and you will experience real love.